We are live. Awesome. All right, beautiful people. Welcome to your first team call of August. Woo! I actually can't believe it's August already. It's blowing my mind that 2017 is halfway over. We can't talk about it. We can talk about it, but it's crazy to me. I'm like, feels like it was just January yesterday. So it's insane. I wanted to do an awesome call tonight that can be reused. And so I think you guys will find that this call is of value. I basically sat down and I thought, what is the recipe for success? How have I created success as a coach? And how can I communicate that to my coaches and our team so that people can do it quicker and more easily and in a formula that is understandable for everybody so that they don't have to go through the same learning curves that I went through. So essentially what this call is going to be is a how to be successful as a coach secret sauce recipe. Okay, so I'm hoping that it'll be valuable to you. I'm hoping that you'll be able to share it with your new coaches as a how do you be successful at this thing kind of call. All right, so I'm going to go through. I've got 5 main points that I'm going to go through. The fifth one is kind of just some short quips, but important nonetheless. And so if you're a note taker, I suggest taking out your pen and paper now. Unless you're a typer, then you can do that too. Everybody's muted, so don't worry about being a key clacker or anything like that. Oh, I'm just going to check here real quick. Okay. Sorry, Stacey's having trouble getting in. Okay, so I'm going to go through my 5 ingredients. We'll go with the recipe theme here. My 5 ingredients for success as a coach. And these, to me, are the core things that if you do them day in and day out, consistently, month in and month out, you will have success no matter what. Okay? So, number 1, commit fully to a program, Shakeology, and PD that's relevant to you. Okay, a lot of times coaches will grab a PD book just because other coaches say that it's a good one and it might not be relevant to what you're trying to learn. For example, if you don't deal with postpartum depression, don't get a book on postpartum depression. Do you know what I'm saying? No matter how many mamas are saying, this is an amazing book. If you've never had a child and you don't know what that feels like, don't get that book, right? So make sure when you're choosing PD books, you're choosing things relevant to you because there's no sense in you trudging through your 15 pages as though it's a chore. PD is the most amazing and in my mind, most incredible and important behavior that we do as coaches because obviously everything starts with your mind, right? Your belief in yourself, your belief in the team, your belief in the company, belief in the products, everything, it all starts with your mind. And so if you're not feeding it PD that you personally need, then you need to just switch it up, right? And don't ever be afraid of putting down a book that you're not enjoying and starting a new one. I always say that life is way too short to read shitty books, okay? So if it's not applicable to you, choose a different one. Okay, and I say commit fully to a program, Shako and PD, even though those are the vital behaviors. I think sometimes people forget that when you commit fully and you're not just half-assing it and trying out different things from Beachbody On Demand and trying to watch a couple of videos here and maybe 10 pages of a book here, when you're actually in the zone, like this month for me, I'm in the zone. I am doing Shift Shop to a T. Okay, I had cauliflower rice and lamb meatballs and homemade dairy-free tzatziki tonight. Like I am on the ball because I have goals and I know that when I show up 100% committed like this, I attract the people that want that in their life also, and I supply the direction for them that they crave. Okay, I also feel so much more confident in myself this month because I am going full out. I'm so dedicated to my own journey, and people can see that it flows into every other area of your life, right? Into your invites, into your posts, into your challenge group. And the excitement and the motivation is there because you are dedicated to you first, right? So never forget that as a coach, you started coaching because you loved the journey so much that you wanted to continue on with it, right? So never forget that your job as a coach is to keep yourself number 1, commit to a program, PD, that's relevant to you, and Shako every single day, right? Those are the really important things because you are your business. So if you're not doing those things for you, if you're in a funk, your business is going to be in a funk, right? And we always go through ups and downs, but just keep in mind that if you stay committed to those things, you will have success. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is share it all, okay? I say post 3 to 4 times a day. And I say this, take it with a grain of salt. Don't just post to put up a post, okay? And I remember watching a Chalene Johnson video or a podcast or something, and she said, For example, on Instagram, if you're going to put up a post and you don't have 10 minutes after you put that post up to interact with people that are commenting and that kind of thing on that post, then you shouldn't even put the post up. Okay, so make sure that you kind of know some of the social systems that you're using. If you're using Facebook, know when's a good time for your audience, right? Are you a mom that's posting on her way to work and 6:30 is a great time for you to put up a motivational quote? Like, just keep watching your posts and see which ones get the most engagement. For me, I actually always forget this because I'm usually trying to get off my phone by like 8 p.m. and I'm not on my phone until 8 a.m. at all. Like, I have 2 hours of silence in the morning where I meditate, do my thing, because it's really important for my mental health. But by 8 p.m., I'm usually logging off, and I've put up posts at like 8:30, and those ones actually get a lot of traction because my market is online at 8:30. So I have to remember and remind myself, okay, maybe you should put up an important post around 8:30. For example, if you want to put up a post on like a Sunday night about coaching, a lot of people going to work on Monday morning aren't wanting to go to work on Monday morning. So a coaching opportunity call on a Sunday night is a really good idea. Okay, so you learn these things as you go along, right? You learn these things as you go. All right. So, oops. Just want to make sure I got you all here. Okay, so share it all. So you're going to want to post 3 to 4 times a day. This doesn't mean you're posting 3 to 4 times a day about Beachbody, right? Because that's the quickest way to get unfollowed, unfriended, blocked, and deleted, and spamming people is not what we're after, right? We're after inspiring people, empowering people to make changes in their lives. And some people are really resistive, so you got to go at it a little bit more gently than usual. Okay, if you guys have seen my posts on my social media, I'll usually put up 1 or 2 posts about my workout, my PD, my Shakeout, something like that, educational per day. And then the rest of it will be like a meal that I'm eating, an activity that I'm doing, a family picture, some kind of throwback, some kind of shout out to our team. Okay, so I try to keep it all encompassing of what my life is about and not just, here's my sweaty selfie, here's my Shakeout, here's my thing. Okay, and I'm actually going to say something really important here too, and I hope you'll take this to heart and use this in your own business. Attraction marketing is what worked in 2016, okay? And attraction marketing is essentially just, you could put up a picture with like you holding your product, you know, like if you're on Instagram and you see a hot babe on Instagram holding up like a skinny tea, right? And you're like, oh, that's amazing. She's super skinny. That obviously works. I should look into this product, right? That's attraction marketing, and that used to work. Like in 2016, you could get away with that. In 2017, it's different. Okay, and so you're going to want to slide into what's called curiosity marketing. And what I mean by curiosity marketing is you don't want your page to be an infomercial for your business. Okay, you want it to make people curious about what it is that you're doing and why it's working. And so what I mean by that is don't just post your Shakeout cup. Okay, don't just post your picture of your DVDs or just like bod and your face, right? Don't just post the name of Shift Shop or 21 Day Fix or hashtag Beachbody, right? Those things are going to take away from the message you're trying to show people, and those things are going to take away from who you're trying to attract. Because first of all, the people that are using hashtag Team Beachbody, hashtag coach, hashtag Shakeout, hashtag whatever, those are coaches. So you don't want to attract coaches to your business, right? I mean, if you want to make more friends, that's amazing. But for your purposes of building a business, those aren't the people you want to attract, right? So for example, I saw the other day a girl had a really awesome post, another coach on our upline. She posted a picture of her holding this mason jar with this yellow drink in it. Well, I know it's energized, but nobody else does, right? And she was smiling and the lighting was really good. She had a window in front of her with her camera there, so the lighting was coming at her face and it was awesome. And she posted in it, so thankful for this delicious lemon drink every morning before my workout. It's actually clinically proven to help me stay focused and have more energy. I don't know what I would do without it. Also loving my new Nike sneakers. And then she continued on with her post. And then in the comments, there were so many people that were like, what's your lemon drink? What's your yellow drink, right? Because she created curiosity by just putting this yellow drink and didn't say anything about it. She didn't say energized. She didn't say all natural pre-workout with quercetin and caffeine based, and you know what I mean? So she created curiosity with that post. So that's what we want to try and do too. If you guys look, and sometimes I'm guilty of this too, right? I'm not perfect by any means, but if you look at my posts, if I ever post a picture of Shakeout, it's usually in like a fancy glass and I'll like sprinkle some coconut on top of it or something and get all artsy because that's my jam. Because I want people to be like, oh, that looks like a delicious drink. What is that? I don't want them to look and see my Shakeout container, right? Or I don't want them to look and see my whatever Beachbody related things, even though I love Beachbody, like I bleed blue so hard, I don't want them to look at that and make a prejudgment based on what they think they know about Beachbody, if that makes sense. I hope it does. I'm going to give you guys a really quick formula for telling a story in your posts. So how I said, I want you to share like 1 to 2 out of, if you put 5 posts up in a day, 1 or 2 of those can be about Beachbody and the rest has to be about something else that you value, okay? If you're a mom, post about mom stuff. If you're a fitness instructor, post about fitness instructing stuff. If you are a music teacher, I'm just picking out people in this call. If you're a music teacher, right? Like Brittany, you posted the other day about that hilarious classical music meme. That's amazing because that draws your market. You are friends with people who have an interest in classical music, right? Classical music and memes. I mean, like, what's not to love if you're a music teacher? Okay, so that's the kind of thing you want to do. You want to put things out there that are funny to you. I find the dumbest memes on Instagram and I think they're hilarious, so I put them out there and people seem to enjoy them. So for me, I'm like, well, I like dumb humor sometimes, so great, other people do too, right? I don't know what it is, like when people misspell things on those little like black and white memes, I just love them. Don't know why. Okay, but when you're telling a story, like you might put up a sweaty selfie and instead of saying, crush my workout, so excited, instead of saying something like that, which is fine sometimes, but instead of saying that every single day, you might say something like this. I remember feeling blank, fill in the blank. Then I found blank. Now I feel blank. If you also blank, message me here, comment below, double tap here, tag your friend below, right? So you say, I remember feeling blank. So for example, I remember feeling so uncomfortable in my own skin when Brandon and I went to Dominican in 2013. I looked back on pictures. I deleted pictures because I thought that I looked big in them. I was embarrassed. I had a major issue with self-loathing. I was not okay. My IBS was at its worst. It was just a terrible experience for me. In January of that year, I found Shakeology, and it was the first thing that I had ever tried of everything. I've tried acupuncture and medicinal teas, suppositories, prune juice, like you name it, I have tried it for my IBS. I tried Shakeology, and it was the first thing that ever worked for me. Now, my IBS is healed because of this amazing, powerful, whole food, proprietary blend of superfoods. If you also have the same feelings of IBS that I did back in 2013, comment below, right? That's the formula. So I remember feeling blank, then I found blank, now I feel blank. If you also blank, I make a call to action, right? It's a different way of positioning yourself. You don't have to make it this long novel, but it could be as simple as, I remember feeling uncomfortable in my own skin, and then I found 30-minute at-home workouts. Now I feel like I can rock it out and I'm strong and confident in my everyday life. If you relate to this at all, tag your bestie below, right? It's just like a little formula for you to expand your reach and to engage with your market, okay? So curiosity marketing, what I was just talking about, is super important. Just be mindful of it, okay? And learn how to use some of the tricks. So for example, if I don't know how to do something, I go to YouTube. If I don't know how to do something, I go to Google, right? I had no idea about hashtagging. So I went to Google and I went top hashtags for 2017. And then I looked at a couple of them that I could probably use. Some of them are outrageous and there's like 27 billion people that use them and I'm going to get lost in that feed. So I don't want it. But for example, like hashtag coffee is life. I could get in on that hashtag because I love some coffee every single day, right? Hashtag teachers of Instagram. I could get in on that because I'm a teacher of Instagram, right? So make sure that you kind of learn some of the tricks. Use Google and YouTube because there's awesome resources out there, and I'm pretty sure every single video on every single topic has ever been covered is on YouTube. So definitely use it. Make a point in your week, spend an hour on YouTube. Okay, so that's number 2. So number 1 is commit fully to a program, PD that's relevant to you, and Shaco, right? Go full ass, not half ass. Number 2 is share it 3 to 4 times a day. Use curiosity marketing. Number 3, invitations. I don't know what it is, but somewhere along the lines of between when we're 7 and we love inviting Tommy to our 7th birthday, and then when we're 24 and we're Beachbody coaching and we want to invite people to try this thing, we get scared. Somewhere in between there, I don't know what it is, but we get nervous that we're being spammy, that we're selling, that we're being a shitty friend. When we have these tools that can change people's freaking lives, I don't know what it is, but we get nervous. Okay, it's this like weird fear of rejection, weird fear of people thinking differently of us or badly of us or whatever, and it's all made up in our head. So we got to get over it, right? Got to get over that fear. They're not thinking those things anyway, and if they are, they're not a very good friend. So maybe just move on. Okay, so invite people to join you. This involves private messages. This involves public invites. This involves in person if you're getting groceries, right? There are so many different ways to invite people. Just find what is working for you and find the language that works for you, okay? I could give scripts all day long, but if you don't relate to the script and that's not how you usually talk, it's not going to apply to you, right? We have an album in the coach page, if you guys haven't seen it already, on invitation examples. I just put up a few today also from what I've been using on Instagram, and that's been working really well for me. So for example, what I've been doing on Instagram is I've been putting up a post regarding a challenge group, coaching opportunity, etc. And every single person that likes that post, I write their name down, I go check with their page to make sure that they're normal and not a serial killer, because that's important too, right? And I go to their page real quick, write their name down, and I'll send them a really quick message that just says something like, hey, first name, always use a first name. Hey, first name, thank you so much for the support that you've shown on my post recently. It really doesn't go unnoticed, and I definitely appreciate it. Did you want in on my August 21st Girl Gang group? It's going to be a blast. I'm really excited. That's it. That's an invite, right? It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be word vomit of, do you know about Shakeology? Do you know about these programs? Do you know about BOD? Do you know about this? Blah. Nobody wants that, right? Just say, hey, friend, want to be friends? Want to come in on my thing? Sweet, right? Super, super simple. The more simple you keep it, the more in your language you keep it, the better you're going to be. And I should also speak to this too. Make sure you're using a platform that you are comfortable with, okay? If you are not comfortable using email and you check your email once every blue moon, don't direct people to your email. If you don't use Instagram and you're all about Facebook, don't say, check them, like, you know what I mean? Like, use the platform that you are in. I personally don't use like Twitter or I don't know, LinkedIn or any of those ones. I don't use any of that. Snapchat even. I'm off Snapchat these days. And I usually just use Snapchat when I'm drinking and want to use the filters because it's really fun. But I use Instagram and Facebook predominantly, and sometimes I'll direct people to my email. But those are my three, because otherwise for me it gets too overwhelming. So just figure out which platform works for you and go with that. Have you guys seen the funnel system that we put up in the page? Everybody? If you haven't already seen it, there's a file on the page called the 7-step funnel system. And essentially what it does is it takes you through, make your list of your people's names. I don't have my sheet here with me. You put your list of your people's names, and there's 7 different steps. And step 1 is like or comment on something on their page. Okay, you wait 2 days. 2 days later, like or comment again, or send them a private message. Wait 2 days, okay? And before you invite, you do all these things so that you're connecting with them before even inviting or sending anything about Beachbody related. You're creating relationships, you're creating connections. And fun fact about Facebook, when you go to somebody's page and you're liking and commenting on their things, guess what the algorithm does? It kicks you into their newsfeed. So now they're seeing your stuff and their friends are seeing their stuff. So if you were friends with Susie Q back in 2011 and you guys haven't talked since 2011 and you go wish her happy birthday and like 3 of her pictures, guess whose newsfeed you're now going to be on, and guess whose market you now have available to you. Okay, so that's just like a sneaky, that's one of those things that you just learn as you go. I never knew any of these things when I started, but you just kind of learn some of these little tricks and you go with them, right? It's all trial and error. That's all it is. Okay, so use your funnel tracker and just try to make between 5 and 10 connections a day. Honestly, if you do 5 and 10 connections a day, 5 days a week, you're golden. That means that you're always going to have conversations. It means that you're always going to be showing up on people's news feeds. If you're posting every day, you know, like these things all come together. That's why I call it a recipe for success, because it's not just a one-trick pony. It's not just a one thing will work for you to be successful. Okay, so these all go together. What I was talking about before on Instagram, how I go and find the people that are liking that post and then I'll invite them. Go to the people who are already liking your things, right? So if you have an Instagram account and there's like 72 people or 100 people that like a post, go through all those likes, see those people's pages. They already obviously like what you're putting out there. So invite them first, right? Instead of trying and like punching in space, trying to make something stick or throwing spaghetti at the wall, find those people that like your pictures already and invite them first, because I guarantee those are the people that are going to be the quickest to say yes, because they're already enjoying what you have to offer. Right? Finally, with regards to inviting, don't be scared. Okay? Don't be scared of inviting people to a challenge group. Don't be scared of inviting people to coach. If you have signed up as a coach, you know more than somebody who hasn't, and our team has awesome training. I don't know if you guys have gone through the training that we have offered. I'm actually currently in the process of making a newer, more simplified, easier to access one that is quick and simple and to the point so that people don't get overwhelmed. Use our resources, right? We're a team. You have an individual business, yes, but we are a team, and what's mine is yours. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say on inviting. That's number 3. Number 4, this is a big one. If you want to be successful in this business, do these things. Ready? Set a goal for yourself of at least hitting Success Club 5 and Emerald every single month. And some of you hearing that just went, oh shit. Okay, here's the deal. If you do not have a list, you do not have a business. If you are not inviting, you do not have a business. If you are not hitting Success Club 5 every month, you are not moving forward in your business, you're regressing, right? And if you're regressing, all you have is a hobby and not a business. So I'm assuming that everybody on this call is like, hey, I kind of want to build a business. I'd like to make some extra grocery money. I'd like to pay for my Shaco. I'd like to make 6 figures and make this my full-time gig. Is that relatable to some people? I think. Yes, me too. Sweet. So here's the deal. If you make a goal of hitting Success Club 5 and Emerald every single month, that's 3 new challengers and 2 new coaches every single month, and they can be discount coaches, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's 5 people, 3 new customers and 2 new coaches every single month. You have a business and you will be successful because that means that you are growing every single month. Diamond is 8 coaches, right? And an Emerald on each side. So if you think about it logically, if you're adding 2 new coaches every single month, I mean, by month 4, you could hit Diamond, right? And it doesn't seem as scary as it once did because it's broken down like that, okay? That's just me being honest too. Like, I know some people have different goals and I never want to push my agenda or push my goals, but if I'm being honest, if you want to build a business, you got to make Success Club 5 a non-negotiable and you got to shoot for Emerald every month, because otherwise you're not building anything, right? You're not building a business. And I should say also, for those of you that don't know why Emerald is such a big deal, when you hit Emerald, you hit team bonus cycles from Beachbody. That's extra money from Beachbody. You get free leads from the company. You get all these different things, qualifications, specifically increased income, which is really awesome, right? And then you're building a team. So then once you start building a team, you get team volume, and team volume contributes a lot to your paychecks every week. It's a good idea to start building a team if you want to build a business. Okay. And then number 5, and I'll just really I'll recap afterwards. Number 5 is just going to be a quick list here. So if you're making notes, I'll go slow. Put your blinders on. Don't compare yourself. Keep track of your people. Be present in your challenge group. I cannot stress this one enough. If you put your challenge group on autopilot, nobody's going to have any interest in it. You're not going to gain coaches out of it. You're not going to help people get results. And that is the basis of our business. I learned this the hard way because for a few months I scheduled my challenge group posts and I was super busy doing everything else and inviting and teaching and coaching volleyball and marking, and I got super busy, so I wasn't present in my challenge groups, and I was focused on my schedule, my fitness, my PD, which is super important, but I let go of my challenge groups a little bit, and then my recruiting numbers went way down. Why? Because my people weren't getting as good of results because I wasn't as active in my challenge groups. Now, my Shift Shop group, you better believe that I'm in there every single day. I do spontaneous live videos in there. I'll post pictures of my meals, recipes, random articles that I've found. I'm trying as much as possible without being a harassing neg to show them that I am there so that I can tell them, hey, I'm here too in the trenches with you. This isn't just you doing it and me telling you what to do, right? When people don't participate on my daily post, I don't care. I'm just showing up so that they can say, okay, Marie showed up today. I'm going to show up today too. Okay. So be present in your challenge groups. Believe in what you have to offer. That's a really big deal, you guys. And that belief comes down to doing PD every single day. Because without PD, it is so easy to go down that spiral of self-doubt and negativity and fear. And what if I'm not enough? And what if this happens? And what if they think that? Who cares? What if what? What if you're so wildly successful at this that you can replace yours and your husband or wife's income? What if? Right? So don't let fear take the seat. Don't let fear drive. Believe in what you have to offer because every single person on this team is so amazing and so full of potential. Be super solid in your why. You're going to need it. Right? On days when you're like, I don't really feel like it. I don't really want to invite. Don't really want to post in my group. Don't really want to do a workout. Just kind of want to eat a box of donuts and drink a bottle of wine. On those days, you have to remember your why. For me, if I actually think about my why, I can make myself cry every single time. Because I do not want to spend the rest of my life teaching in a classroom, dictated by bells, calling in sick, having to go plan when I'm sick, having a summer off, planning during my summer, unpaid extracurricular. Like, I could go on and work until I'm 65 for a set income every single year that is not based on the hours that I'm working or the effort I'm putting in, getting stomped on my parents. Can you tell I'm a little fiery about this? I do not want to teach in the classroom for the rest of my days. Okay. I want my income to be a direct reflection of my inspiration and me showing up and in the world and making a difference based on me changing me first, right? So my why is so rooted in not going back to the classroom that I know I will never. And I'm full-time coaching right now, which is badass. Like if I can do this, so can you. Okay. Be solid in your why, show up daily. Nobody can do this for you, right? I can just talk until the cows come home. And you guys are probably annoyed at me by now, but I'll talk until the cows come home, but I can't wake up for you. I can't push play for you. I can't make your Shaco for you unless you come over, then I'll happily do that for you, right? I can't read PD for you or send your invites or post on social media or take the time to stumble a little bit and fail forward and have a bad day and then a good day and then 2 bad days and then 3 good days, right? I can't do that for you. You have to show up and do it for yourself. And my final tip for you guys is make coaching fun. Like, this job is so easy to get overwhelmed with all this stuff. I need to know this. I need to know this. How do I have a blog? How do I know how to do a like page? How do I do algorithms and hashtags and all these different things? None of that matters if it's not fun for you, right? You have to make it fun for yourself. You have to make it what you want it to be for you, right? That goes back to that whole comparison thing. That goes back to the whole showing up for you, doing it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you're just working towards a rank advancement goal, but the 7 months you spend working towards that rank advancement goal, you're miserable, there's no point to that. Okay, life is way too short to not enjoy what you're doing. And so we coach because coaching is enjoyable. We coach because we were customers first who fell in love with the product and the programs and the community, and we want to pay that forward. So keep it simple and pay it forward. Okay. Does anybody have any questions at all? Just give me a little wave and I'll unmute you. We only have about 5 minutes left on the free one here. Sheila, okay, 1 sec here. All right, go for it.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so I keep hearing about your right leg and your left leg, right?
Yes.
And those visuals and where the emeralds and rubies and diamonds and all that fit in. So when you're recruiting multiple coaches, wouldn't you have more than 2 legs then, or how does that fit into that right or left leg?
So you only ever have 2 legs yourself, okay? But when you're recruiting multiple coaches, you can choose which leg they go on. And so say, for example, say Stacy and Brittany and Tamsin are on my right leg. Stacy signs up here. Brittany happened to sign up 2 months later. Tamsin happened to sign up 3 months later. They just go underneath of each other. And it actually doesn't matter where you are on the leg. Like, if Tamsin's here and Stacy's here, she can make more money than her based on the amount of people she helps and her building a team, etc. So
okay.
Does this work with me doing this? Can you visualize that? So if like Tamsin's here, then she has a right leg and a left leg also. So then on her outside leg, this is still on mine. Can you visualize that? And then this is not mine. So this will be her weak leg and this will be her strong leg, because I'm also adding coaches continually down that leg, and it just builds. So everybody has a right leg and a left leg, but it can look like a tree. So just for example, I'll just say like, here's my right and my left. Okay, for example, it can get like a little complicated, right? But everybody always has a right and a left. And this is going to be a strong leg for these 2 people because I'm also adding coaches on this leg continuously, even if they aren't their PS coaches. And so this will be their strong leg. And then they'll want to build their weak leg to take advantage of those volume cycles once they hit Emerald. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because from that picture, like, I would think, oh, so you've got recruited 1 coach and then they've each got 2 coaches below them. But you've explained it and I understand now.
There's quite a few videos on YouTube too. I know Morgan Rieger and Steve Holowati, they did a really good one on volume and placement and legs. So if you want to check that one out, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I've seen one where the guy brought out little figures.
Oh, that one's really great too. Yes.
Or the light brights.
That's actually from Beachbody. That one's an even better one because it explains it.
Oh, okay.
WrestleMania characters. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna unmute everybody actually. Nice. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Like, I just wanted to do a call essentially and bring it back to basics and just say, listen, these are the things that I've done in like 2.5 years. I have gone like this and like this and like this and like this, and it's all the ebb and flow of it, and it's all learning. And I've gone through times when I had no idea what I was doing. I've gone through times when I felt super in flow and like I was crushing it. And so these are the tips that I can bring to you to say, if you do these things consistently, that is how to build a successful coaching business. That is a recipe for success. So yeah. You guys do have some. Oh, yeah, Brittany, go for it.
No, I was just going to say that was super helpful. Thank you.
You're
Could
welcome.
you, I think I missed one of the ones from the step 5. Could you just read that list again?
Yeah, absolutely. So blind
Thank
design, no comparison, keep track of your people, be present in your challenge group, believe in what you have to offer, be solid in your why, show up daily, nobody can do it for you, and make it fun.
Thank you.
Awesome. And just to recap super quick for you guys, so I had the 5 tips. Well, I won't go with 5 because I just read that one, but 1 was commit fully to a program, PD and Shaco. 2 was share it all, talking about quality marketing, right? Talking about curious marketing instead of attraction. 3, invite your people. And 4 was set a goal for yourself of success with 5 and Emerald every month. And doing those things, you'll be successful. All right? Well, I love you all. We have less than a minute here, so I'm going to sign off, and I'll put the recording in the team page. But if you guys have any questions, obviously reach out. I'm always available. Our team rocks. Freaking love you guys. You're good people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night, you guys.
You
You too.